Welcome back to Life Juice with me, Ace, your life coach, where we talk about how to awaken, reset, and transform your mindset, habits, and lifestyle way you can have more positive, ideal results. Today, we're talking about a quote that the great Budha once said: "What we think, we become. What we feel, we attract, and what we imagine, we create." What does that really mean? And as you can see, I have it over here as well. What we think, we become. This has been some information that's been known for years, generations, literally. Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh by Steve Allen, right? Or James Allen, my apologies. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's all about mindset, right? The psychology of money, the power of habits. You're a badass at your badass habits. All of these things have to do with a few things that all is internal. What you think, what you feel, and what you imagine. So when you think about something, imagine it like a beacon of light. It sends a signal out into the universe. It's an intention. It's electrified. And it's like a fishing rod. It just goes. And that fishing rod goes all the way out. And it's searching. But here's the thing. Your mind cannot attract it back to you. Your mind's not the magnet. Your heart is. What you feel is what you attract. And people don't really know this, but your breathing is connected to how you feel. Every emotion has its own breathing pattern. And because of the way things are, as above, so below, as within, so without, the law of reversibility and the law of attraction go hand in hand, right? So you can literally, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, you can literally feel the emotion that you would feel as if you were having the reality you were having, and that would attract the desired reality that you want. So if you think about those reality you want, and then you imagine it long enough to feel how it would feel as if you already completed it, and then remove the thought process but continue holding on to the emotion, you can now attract that into your life, into this being, this physical reality. Isn't that cool? Right? So instead of going after the things you want to go after, like, oh, I want to have $1 million, or I want to have a house, or I want to have a dog, I want this. Imagine how it would feel like to have those things. A lot of people think having $1 million might feel amazing, might feel great, but it might feel annoying. It might feel bothersome. It might feel like it's a problem. And you don't want to feel that way, so you don't think about it like that, right? But that's the issue. We don't really know what it's going to feel like. You can only assume. So you have to put yourself, close these two physical eyes, open up the third eye in your mind, and allow yourself to imagine what could be. Imagine a scenario, how it would feel like, and then remove that imagination, remove that thought process, and just hold on to that emotion, because that emotion is what's going to pull it to you like a magnet. And that is what you're going to attract into your life right now. That's already what's been attracted to your life. So Jesus once said, positive thinking leads to positive results. How is that so? Because the father is the thought, the mother is the emotion, and the child is the action. So the father impregnates the mother, aka the thought impregnates the emotion, and it gives birth to the action, the child. And over time, these actions compound. And then when they compound, they either compound in this direction, something that's ideal for the life you want to have, or it's unideal, not the way you want it to be. And it's compounding in the life you don't want to have. But here's the thing. If I think negative thoughts, oh, this is terrible, I hate this, I don't like that, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to start attracting emotions. I'm going to produce emotions. I'm going to evoke emotions within myself that are going to also align with that thought process. They're going to be negative. I'm going to start feeling bad, feeling negative, feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling upset, bothered, annoyed, confused, all these other things. Then I'm going to start taking actions in that disrupted emotion. And that's not going to be productive, or it's not going to produce results that are desirable in my life. So if I have a mindset that says, hey, I want to have this, but I'm thinking it's not possible, then I'm going to have the emotion that it's not possible, and therefore I'm not going to take action. I have inaction, or I'm going to go about taking the wrong actions, like just do something else to pass the time by until I can get what I really want, quote unquote, or just never get what I really want because I don't believe it's possible. So what I didn't write down, it's also true. It says in the Bible, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Literally, what you think or believe to be true will be true, right? Henry Ford once said, the man who thinks it's true or thinks it's possible is right. And the man who thinks it's impossible is also right. Because what you believe to be true sets the course for what your life will have and receive. What you can perceive in your minds, you can receive in your hands. Let me explain this another way. Everything that we can see around us didn't come and happen physically before it happened mentally. It happened mentally first. And that actually happened mentally second. Let me rephrase that, right? It was all in the spiritual plane, the ether, the world that could be. The law of potentiality and the law of perpetual transmutation states that anything is possible and that everything is changing at every moment. And because everything's changing at every moment, anything can happen at this moment. So you can use those two laws together and change your internal vibrational state, how you feel, because your energy, your emotions are energy in motion, and your emotions will literally show you what vibrational state you're in this moment. So if you're feeling lower vibrations, low vibes, bad vibes, right? If you feel negative, guess what you're going to receive? Negative actions, you're going to have a vibration that's energetically aligned with a lower frequency, things that are not desirable for you. In order for you to change that, you have to raise your frequency. You have to raise your energy. You have to raise your vibration. And you do that internally. Seek calmness. Seek peace. Seek tranquility. Seek relaxation. Seek serenity. When you are in these states, not happiness. And I've been a person of that my whole life. Always trying to chase happiness, be happy, be happy. But you can't be in an over state of happiness because you can't appreciate happiness without appreciating sadness or fear or things that are negative, right? But peace is something you could always be. I know a lot of people suffer from depression, anxiety, and all that. I get it. Me, myself, and I believe that those things are possible. However, I do think people overcomplicate or oversimplify and attach themselves to these labels before they even do anything about it. See, the one thing I learned is that your mind is the one thing you have control over. And if you don't think you have control over your mind, that means someone else has control over your mind. And that's sad. You can change that for yourself, though. I had to do that for me. So I don't want anyone controlling my mind. So I had to learn what it was like for me to control and guide my mind. And so I'm saying this to you because you have the power internally. The mind is a terrible tool to waste. You ever heard that before? The mind is a terrible tool to waste. Again, people suffer from depression because they're worried about the past. They wish they could do this. They regret what they did and they wish they could change something. People worry about the future because they fear what could be, what could have happened. And sometimes it's really based on stuff that happened in the past. So in order for you to change and get past this, bring yourself to this present moment, right here, right now, internally. And the best way to do this is to follow what I'm saying to you. Breathe in and breathe out. There's a boxing method, not like the fighter boxing, but there's a box method for breathing. It's 4-second holds when you're inhaling, 4-second hold while it's inside of you, 4-second hold exhaling, and 4-second holds while it's outside of you. And you repeat that. It's like a box. 4 seconds. Hold it. 4 more seconds. Hold it. Breathe in again. And you do this over and over again. This will help you calm yourself, regulate yourself. Practice with meditation daily so that when you're in states of high intense emotions, high intense circumstances, you know how to regulate your system, your nervous system, your mind, your heart, your being, so you don't have to be agitated by external circumstances. Your internal validation, your internal world will always outshine and give birth to the external reality. However, your external reality will always test you and try to keep you here where you're at right now. So you have to work on your internal reality and stay cool, calm, collected. And remember, the best way to do that is to guard your thinking, because what we think we become. Guard your feelings, because what we feel we attract. And guard your imagination. People don't realize their imagination can run wild. See, Albert Einstein once said that in states of crisis, imagination is better than knowing. And that's because you may know a lot of things, but sometimes you might face a situation you have never experienced before, and you don't know what to do. Let's be real here. You're going to have to use your imagination and come up with a solution that's greater than what you could ever think of, right? Sometimes you might have to use other people's imagination. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about having a source of people that you can connect to, that you don't see right here, right now, but you trust in them and you speak with them. You imagine what they would say to you as advice, and they would give you advice that you could follow. So you have a team of people that you can literally, like I can imagine Gandhi right in front of me right now, and what his spiritual teachings might sound like. Buddha, Jesus, whoever I want to talk to, and just imagine it, and then think about what they would say to me and follow that advice, right? So you could draw upon infinite perspectives based on all these different people in the world. And the more books you read, the more knowledge you gain, the more you have at your disposal. But again, there is nothing greater than your imagination. So, guard your focus on what you think, what you feel, and what you imagine, because this will help you transform your life and set it to be the way it is right now or the way you want it to be. It's up to you. Nothing changes unless you change. I'm Mitch, the life coach. Follow for more gems like this. Peace.